Ghana, South Africa, Bournemouth 2, Arsenal nil. And I'm here with
Joseph.
Joseph. This one you pause before you talk the name. Not be the kind of result to expect with this. Not the kind of result we expected today, The performance from the first half, to the end of the game. This is not what we expected.
Yeah. Anyway, the match, obviously the lineup showed the kind of ball he wanted to play, but it didn't work on his own favor because I think that he wanted to come in second half with those speed and the rest of it. Playing three defensive midfielders and someone that is just coming to the team like Merino, and you know that the tempo of the game is not even used to it that much, was a very big risk. I think, for me, it's high time Arteta start to think outside the box because it was very obvious that that trust on somebody like Waneri was not still there. He's not yet that confident that, okay, this boy can play the ball. Since you are sure that you have rested almost your forces and maybe against the Liverpool game, of course, because you needed them to be kind of fit and rest of it, you would have played your normal game where you bring Martinelli in the wing and Trossard in the middle, and second half you introduce Merino and the rest of it. So that was a very big gamble there, and unfortunate there was a red card, and everything he planned was not. It didn't go according to plan. So it's a very big one for us to swallow.
Talking about the red card, do you feel like Saliba would have actually allowed Evan Nelson to go through and go?
The red card, for me, it's easy to come from 1-0 down to win a game when you are with 11 men than being kind of one man down and trying to win a game which you are not even sure of. And with the kind of experiences he have, I think the best option he had to do is to see if he can cover. Even if the guy scores the goal, there's hope of you coming back to win that match, but getting that red card was not really necessary because you have clearly saw that person was even ahead of you. So I think that's the mistake he did. He would have allowed the person, even if he score, yes, letting that the person score and we are complete at the back, and knowing that he is the main line watcher of that game, and you can see the effect of him not being inside the game. Like when he was on injuries, it was not just obvious. So it's giving Gabriel a kind of double work to do, reading the line and the rest of it. Because from what I know, having a 5-5-6 is that they share the duties. One person have to do the dirty job, and the other person watch the line. I think Gabriel does the dirty job, and Saliba watch the line. So that two combination now being kind of given to Gabriel to do is a very big. It is like overworking, like when Harvard was doing Odegaard's role and also playing his game. So that's just it. So it's very very bad, and it's very very kind of frustrating to be doing two-man job as a defender.
And looking at Saliba, we don't know Saliba to make those kind of tackles. The normal Saliba will recover. You understand? Either win the ball or stop Evanesi from actually taking a shot.
From the replay, from what I saw from the replay, he kind of tapped the guy with his left hand and was trying to, run over, and his leg now touched the guy. So I believe that he had that speed and capability to meet up with that game, but he did not expect his body or his leg to touch that particular guy. And the other way around, the guy must have think fast to commit him, knowing fully where the advantage he will get if Saliba to fall him as the last man there. You get? Now, looking at the red card, ref, sometimes I wonder why we have referee in the ball, because making a decision as a referee, being on the pitch and seeing it, and coming back to look at VAR to give a red card because of what the other person is in the room or telling you to do is not acceptable. Because one, if you look at the ball, Declan Rice was already going back. At least if you want to give a red card, if that person is the last man, the VAR that called for the red card should draw a line to show that this person is the last man. We did not see that in the ball. So it's more like a kind of an intentional act. Seeing that that guy is the best defender, giving him a red card will be an upper hand for Bournemouth to come back and win the game.
So are you saying it's not supposed to be a red card?
It's not supposed to be a red card because for me, all the red cards I've watched, being a last man, if it's not that clear, you draw a line to show that this is the last man. So not drawing the line show that VAR is not even trustworthy. They are not consistent on whatever they are doing. So if you call for a red card, draw the line. Let's say that it's a red card. At least the opponent will know that okay, this is the line. It was drew, so it's a red card. So you cannot just call for a red card when the referee have already given a yellow card and given a foul, and you call the referee back and you don't draw a line to correct the referee and say okay, this is why it is a red card. Because for me, I didn't see any reason to call it a red card because from the angle of the replay, the Rice was ahead of Saliba. So I was expecting a line to be drawn and tell us that okay, this is why it is a red card. So for me, it's no red card.
Okay, moving away from the red card, let's talk about the second goal. The second goal we considered, which was actually a penalty. The back pass from Kivio.
Arteta, sometimes I used to blame Arteta. Sometimes when it comes to game management, especially in a defensive line, Kiwo coming in an Arsenal team has always played on tension whenever we are one man down. He have never been his best performance when it comes to when Arsenal is on tension. Kiwo perform is either we are complete or we are winning. No matter the pressing, Kiwo will perform. So if you have somebody like Gabriel Jesus there, what happened to moving party to that wing as usual so that Ben White and Merino will still play the central midfield role?
It's moving party to the right back row, then Ben White comes back to the central back row.
And everything will go according to plan because you have been playing it and it's worked for you. Why sudden change? Sometimes I was thinking that he was just trying to let it be that the defense line is working, so the midfield will be choked up and the rest of it, but it did not work. I found out the person that you put, because somebody like Partey will have the confidence to pass that ball to the keeper.
So I saw Jorginho warming up. I thought that was what he wanted to do, because you can send Partey to the right back, push Ben White to the central back. I was feeling like someone wanted to bring in Jorginho somehow.
For me, you are already one man down, and these people are confident that you are not going to push attack on any way. The best thing to do is put Jorginho there after pushing Partey there, or you bring in Gabriel Jesus and Waneri, knowing fully well that there's nothing to lose in the game anyway. Because you can see Waneri impact when he came on in the match. It was more like we were even complete when the guy came on because the attacking threat was flowing. So there was no need of bringing that guy, knowing that he doesn't play on tension, and when the tempo of the game is high and there's pressure. So why bringing Waneri later in the game when you knew you would have introduced him earlier on? So there's no need. It's more like gambling with the game, and at the end of the day, you now pulled Kiwi out because of the error he made. It's more like you sending somebody to war and withdraw the person back without the person achieving anything there. So it's obvious that Arteta was the one that caused Kiwi blunder, because Kiwi definitely was playing outside his wing, because that's not his wing. So what do you expect? Play Partey where he was going to perform. I know that Partey have already played there before, no more than 3 times, and you went and put Kiwi. So it's a no-no for me.
So what do you make of Merino's performance, first Premier League start?
Merino's performance, we saw it in the first half. All the tackles, the Aurora duels, and the rest of it. He did well, but the tempo of Arsenal play, it was not really fitting in because of majority of his passes were kind of slow to meet to the other players, and that was where he was lacking behind. But apart from that, both the tackling, the position, and the rest of it were good. He just needs more confidence to know where he's supposed to be, because in this game, 1 or 3 times he found himself in a position whereby he just needed a one touch to get the ball and shoot, and it didn't happen because of that tempo of the game. He didn't. He's not yet conversant with that kind of play, so he just it. But for his game time and his around and everything that we saw or we know he normally did where he was before, he did it. He delivered it. Just that he needs to step up when it comes to his tempo of the game and how he gave passes and the rest of it. So that's where he's lacking behind.
That's golden chance from Martinelli. Immediately he came on. I think that game, that's had it been he finished that goal, he scored that goal, it would have changed the game.
Martinelli, we all know that Martinelli is struggling for goals right now. Yes, his pace and positioning is picking up, but when it comes to scoring goals, Martinelli is dropping or he's just trying to get that form back. So somebody like Trossard would not miss that goal. It's not possible because definitely he's going to score that goal. So for me, Martinelli needs to. Sometimes I ask, yes, our coaches are trying, but for me, there is something that we have to do with going extra mile for a player to know that this is what he needs to do. So I've not seen the training. I don't know if they do it. I've not seen a new player say, okay, this so player is engaged in a shooting drill of how to score as an attacker. That is what Martinelli needs to be practicing on because he's coming back to the game. We have seen that he's trying to come back to the game and he's coming back gradually, ball positioning, his runs and the rest of it is making it unlike when the season started. So let the coach try to implement something that has to do with him watching the position of the keeper and knowing when to shoot at the because that boy he have hand side and he decided to go for the right whereby the keeper was still on the ground there. He would have tipped the ball and it is a goal. So if that goal was scored, I think this ball would have been a very different result. It would have motivated the players not to conceive, and you will see the tempo of the game would have changed because there's difference when we are winning. You can see against Man City, because we are winning, we did not give room to lose that game. Instead, we drew the game. So that's what would have happened here. It's either we win the game or we drew the game, no matter the consequences. And that back line, I have confidence that even if they score, we are seeing this game off. We are not losing it. So that goal was a very big chance for the game to be at a very different level.
Thank you very much. Thank you.